Today's daf is Maseches Nedarim Daf Pei. So, going back on the Mishnah we just had right on the top of the Amud, the Mishnah said the Elu Nedarim Shehu Mefer. These are Nedarim. This is the first Mishnah in the parak. These are Nedarim that a Baal or Av is Mefer, that a Baal is Mefer. Devarim Sheish B'hem Inu Nefesh. Things that have Inu Nefesh. There's a physical pain. Im Erchatz. The Loy Archatz, the Mishnah went on to say, Miskashet, Iskashet, and Loy Iskashet. So, and then Rabbi Yossi said, Rabbi Yossi, Ein Elu Nidrei Inu Nefesh. These are not Nidrei Inu Nefesh. So what is Nidrei Inu Nefesh? If you say Kohen Paris, if she says Kohen and Paris Ha'olam Alai, the world's perish be asar me, then it can be made for. Okay, so Zok the Gemara now. Heichi Ka'amra. Which lashon the Gemara wants to know did she say in her neder? So the Gemara wants to know this. The lashon of the Mishnah was if she says im erchatz. The Gemara wants to know what exactly, what kind of lashon of a neder did she use? If she said a regular neder is the word im doesn't come in, she should have just said kainim rechitza alai. I'm asking rechitza. What's in? So the Gemara Elaim in the Amra Kohen Paris Olam Alai Im Erchatz that she said, I'm only asking the Paris in the world if I will wash. So the Inu Nefesh is in the Paris. So Frak the Gemara Lamala Afara. Then how could the Baal be made for? The nether is not totally in this that she's gonna wash. Let her just not the nether is totally in this that she's gonna wash. So let her, because she said im erchatz, so let her just not wash. She won't be kind of tanai, and then the Paris oilam won't become asar on her. And noch a shayla on this fractic gemara va'oid bahal leimer Rabbi Yossi ein elu nefesh. Why the Gemara wants to know why is this the case? How is it possible that Rabbi Yossi said in this case it's not nidrei nefesh? Maybe she will wash and and the Paris of the world will be asar on her, and asering Paris in the world becoming asar on her is definitely nidrei nefesh. So what's pshat in Rabbi Yossi? So Zok the Gemara that you have to say this is the case. The Ella, the Amra, Koinim Hanas, Rechitza Alai La'olam. She said she's asking Hanas, Rechitza Alai. She's asking the Hana of washing La'olam. Im Erchatz, if she does it one time. So Mishum Hachi Meifala, therefore her husband can be made for a neder. The Heichi Tavit, because what should he do? What should she do? Terchatz, if she takes a shower and she washes herself, Mitasra. Then Hanas v'chitzala, then the Hanas v'chitzala is going to be also forever, and the Zina Nefesh. Loy terchatz, if she doesn't do it because she doesn't want that tonight to be mekuyim, isla nivula, then she's going to have tsar, and the fact that she's not washing, and either way it is going to be Ina Nefesh, the Baal Achar can be mefer. So that's pshat. Tanakama holds that he can be mefer. However, Rabbi Yossi argues, he holds Efshad loy rachza, maybe she doesn't have to wash, and then the Tanai won't be niskayim. V'lenivul lechashinon, and there's no problem with nivul because he holds that it's not a problem in an nefesh if she holds herself back from always getting washed. So frak the Gemara ihachi that Rabbi Yossi holds that by her not taking a shower, it's not a problem of nivul, it's not a problem in the nefesh, and therefore the Baal cannot be made for it. It's a lisni hachi. Why not say like this in the Mishnah? I should have said Rabbi Yossi Tanai Zayin Bayin in nefesh. He should have just said that this Tanai is not in nefesh. That the reason why it can't be made for because there's nothing in the Tanai that is in nefesh, and she could be careful not to take a shower. Mainly you know that even a regular neder, even if the nether itself there wasn't in nefesh, like she asked her the Paris of the world on her, and the Baal can't be made for her because she mekayim tonight. So why did Yossi lose? The Gemara wants to know why did Yossi use a lashon of ein elu nidrei in nefesh which is mashma that the problem is that the neder itself is no in the nefesh, and that's why the Baal Kamei Mefer. L'chayr, even if in the neder itself there would be in the nefesh, Rabbi Yossi's problem is that the Tanai is no in the nefesh, and that's and since the Tanai is no in the nefesh, she can't be Mefer because he holds that she should not take a shower if she's making the Tanai emerchatz. Zakti Gemara, Elo, you have to say the Mishnah is talking about the Amra Hanas v'chitza layla olam. The lady said, the wife said, she's asking Hanas v'chitza layla on herself la'olam im erchatz hayom, if she's going to wash just today. So that's machlokes Tanakama Rabbi Yossi. According to the Tanakama, there's inin nefesh even when she holds herself back washing one day. And since sign the neder and sign the tanai is inin nefesh mila Baal Kamei Mefer, Rabbi Yossi Savar, Rabbi Yossi holds nivel echad yom lo shmei nivel. That's not considered inin nefesh in her holding back from washing one day, and even holding back from washing forever is not inin nefesh, and therefore the Baal cannot be mefer. So lefi this is very geshmak, as Miyushav the Gemara's kasha. The Rabbi Yossi could have not said tanai ze ein bo mishum inin nefesh, because mashma that there's only not inin nefesh in the tanai. But the neder itself is a neder b'nei lebena. So therefore, Rabbi Yossi is saying no, ein elu nidrin in nefesh. And Rabbi Yossi's intention when he says ein elu nidrin in nefesh, he means that the neder itself that she's never washed, that's not considered in nefesh, and could even be that it is the neder b'nei lebena. But Mikol Makom, Rabbi Yossi holds that he can't be mefer since in the tanai it is no in nefesh. And no davar, and it's not a davar shabbeinu lebina, and she could hold herself back and be mekayim the tanai, not wash for one day. Zakti Gemara. So Zakti Gemara, you explained what it means in the Mishnah. Shaneis imerchatz. You explained what the din is imerchatz. You're saying that if I wash one day, I'll be usher to wash forever. But im lo yerchar techidami, what's the im lo yerchatz? What is a thing that she's answering herself if im lo terchatz? So ilema, if you want to say it's talking about the amr titzar hanas v'chitza lo ilam alai, that the hanav v'chitza should all forever be asar me if I do not wash today. So lam la hafara, why does she need hafara? Tisische. Let her wash, and the nether won't be chal. And for the Gemara, Rabbi Yehuda, the Mishnah is talking about the Amra Hanas V'chitza Olai La'olam. She says that Hanas V'chitza should be also on her forever. Im loy erchatz v'mei mishra. If she does not wash herself in water that is soaked in pishtan, which is very smelly, and the Baal could be made for the neder because it has inin nefesh also in the tanai, which is washing a mayim sruchim, and also the isur chitza la'olam is also in nidrei inin nefesh. So, frag the Gemara, if that's the pshat, the chvasei l'chor is similar to this. We would have to say what it says further on in the Mishnah. The Tani im lo yaskashit. It says if she says im lo yaskashit, so lo yaskashet b'neift. It means if she won't be yaskashet b'neift, which is that's like dressing up with something that's in an nefesh, I guess very smelly stuff or something. And the Baal couldn't be mefer because also in such a tanai there's in a nefesh, and also in the net there's in a nefesh because she's asking l'skashet lo'ilam. So lefizeh, frankly, Gemara is shver. Is it shaykh a lashon kishut on neft? L'chayr it's lichlechu. It's not kishut. It's just getting dirty if it's neft. It's very smelly, dirty things. So why is it called mloy eskasha? Why is it called kishut b'chlal? So it doesn't make sense to say that's what it means when the Mishnah says mloy eskashet. So if it doesn't make sense, it means legabe kishut. So in reisha legabe rechitza l'chayr. It's also not the pshat. So now the Gemara is going to say a different pshat. Amar of Yehuda, that im erchatz means the amra hanas rechitza la'olam alai im erchatz hayom. She says She says Hanas Rechitza La'olam should be Asar on me, Emerchatz, means Ushvua Shelo Yerchatz. So the Lo Yerchatz means a Shvua that she's not going to be washed. And so too in the Seifa, she says Hanas Kishut Alay La'olam Imiskashet Yaim. She's asking Hanas Kishut herself Imiskashet Yaim. And she says a Shvua, the Shvua Shelo Yiskashet. So in all four of these cases, Machlekes Tanakh Rabbi Yossi is holding herself back from a chitza la'olam. Is that considered in a nefesh or not? Okay. So now, fracting Gemara on this pshat. Amalei Ravina Ravashi. Ravina is going to ask Ravashi. Ravina asks Ravashi, if the Mishnah is talking about also Shavuos, hi, Elu Nedarim u'Shavuos mi'bayil l'misni. It should have said in the Mishnah, Elu Nedarim u'Shavuos. And obviously it doesn't say that. It says Elu Nedarim shehu mefer. It doesn't say Elu Nedarim u'Shavuos. So Ravashi answered, Amalei, Ravashi told Ravina, Tenei Elu Nedarim u'Shavuos. You have to be goyris, taka, that Elu Nedarim u'Shavuos. Everybody say, I can tell you another teretz. Shavuos not behind Nedarim. Shavuos are also called Nedarim. How do you know? A raya that Tanan learned in the Mishnah before in that Testament Aleph. If somebody says Harei Alai Kenidre Risham, Neder benazir or bekarben ubeshvua, so his neder is chal in naziris or karben ubeshvua. And so you see from the lashon nidre risham, the Mishnah also included shvua. So you see shvua is included in the Nedarim. Fracting Gemara, the Amru Rabbanon Rechitza is being a nefesh. The Rabbanon take a hold that Rechitza is a thing of in a nefesh. Ki lo yirachza, if she doesn't wash. Very many. I'll ask you to steer on this, because you see Legabi Surim of Yom Kippur that some of them have a chiv chorus, like it says in Vayirka Parak Chaf Gimel Pasuk Chaf Tes and Lamed. Ki chol hanefesh asher lo yisun be'etzma yemazev nechser me'amel. And the Brisa says, so Brisa says, even though a person's asr in all of them, but the only chiv karas al ba'oichel v'shoyis v'oisam malacha b'vad. That's when you have a chiv karas, eating, drinking, and doing malacha. So the iyamar for gemara kiloi rachza ikin nefesh. If you tell me if she does not wash his in nefesh, so be mikapurim kirachat. So if you do wash in kippur, person washing in kippur, the charetz should be included in nefesh shaloi suuna. The chayiv karas, the chayiv should be chayiv karas. So why does it say? Why is it mavur in the price that there's no chayiv karas in this? Rava answers, min yana dekra. Gabi kippur. Gabi kippurim dechsid tanas after seichem. So the Gemara is saying that you have to look at what the Indian of the pasuk is talking about. Maybe kippur it says ta'anos after seichem, that you're ma'ana, your nefesh. So it means milsa di yada inu yahashta, something that the pain is nicker right away, which is achila and shtia. But rechitza la yada inu yahashta, it's not nicker right away if you don't wash. So therefore, somebody that's reichitz on Yom Kippur is not included in the isra of a hanefesh ashaloi su'una, and therefore there's no chiyuv karas. However, Zakni Moragam in the Nedarim, Mashing by Nedarim, it says by Midbar Paraglam Bazig Yudal. Kol nedev chol shvuas isar la'anis nafesh ishi kemenev ishi verenu. And what the pasuk means to say is the baal can be mefer. Bilsa da asulele de in inui. Neder is going to bring him in the future de nefesh. So v'chilei rachza asule de inui. If she doesn't wash herself in the future, that's going to be something that's going to bring into the future and bring him to Inu in the future. So therefore, Legabe Nedarim, you'll say it's considered in nefesh Legabe, the Baal be made for the nether. So that's Gemara's teretz. You have to look at where the Inu is written. So one's written by Yom Kippur and one's written by Nedarim, so it's a different story. Fighting Gemara of Rami, to Rabbi Yossi ad Rabbi Yossi. I'll ask if Stira Rabbi Yossi says that there's no Inu nefesh by Rechitza on Rabbi Yossi, another Rabbi Yossi somewhere else. Rabbi Yossi, the Sefta says in Bamitzia Parakid Alf, Mayan Shal B'nei Ir. a well that goes out from one city and it stretches into another city. And the people from the first city, they want to hold back the water for their needs. They want to use it. And therefore, they do not leave over any water in it for the people in the second city. So the halacha is, chayehen v'chaya acherim, if the shaila is they need the water for people to drink, then chayehen kodim l'chaya acherim. Then the lives of the people in the first city come before the people's lives in the second city, because it says and they're therefore allowed to hold back all the water if they need it to live. Also, if it's behemis acherim, if the issue is their behemoths drinking and other people's behemoths, and you say behemkum kidemus lebehemis acherim, because we darshan, but Mitzvah Daf Yomi Daf from the pasuk Dvarim Parak Tesvav pasuk Dalad, Efes ki lo yeh b'cha evin, that you should not bring yourself to Anias, and saving your money, it comes before saving your friend's money. And so too, if the issue is kvisas and kvisas acherim, then their kvisa, their washes, come before kvisas acherim. But if the issue is chaya acherim uchvisasan, if you want the people from the second, they need to drink, and the first people, they have enough to drink. But the issue of them washing their clothes, and halacha is chaya acherim kohen kvisasan. The lives of the people from the second city come before the people from the first city washing their clothes. Rabbi Yossi says, Kfisasan, the washing of the first city, even if the people in the second city don't have what to drink, they still could be ma'akev letzorich their washings. Even if there won't be enough water left over, and people will die, quite frankly, in the second city. Or there'll be a lot of tsar. No, l'chayr, people are going to die. So l'chayr, we see here that what? We see that Rabbi Yossi holds that washing one's clothes is a lot of tsar, and it has a din like chaya nefesh. You see, it comes before the lives of other people, the lives of the people of the second city. Zakti Gemara, and the Gemara is finishing off the kashta. Hashta kvisa Rabbi Yossi yesh batzar. Now you see from this Tesefta B'Metzia, Rabbi Yossi is saying that kvisa this tsar and it's in an nefesh. Guf kulei lekoshking, and tell me not one person not washing their own body. Of course, that's going to be in a nefesh. Not like it's mavur Rabbi Yossi in our Mishnah, that one holding himself back from rechitza is not considered a nefesh. And for the Gemara, Amri kvisa lima l'Rabbi Yossi. You're right. So taka washing is taka strong according to Rabbi Yossi. Taka see that, and it's in a nefesh more than rechitza guf. So that's Gemara's answering. In kvisa lima l'Rabbi Yossi, kvisa is a more of a tsar than washing one's clothes more than one's washing rechitza zaguf. The Amar Shmuel says, "Hayar bubisa dereisha." What do you say? Shmuel says that Aravisa dereisha, if somebody has their hair is all tied up with kinim and bugs and dirt, to a point where they can't comb their hair anymore, Masili de Avira brings that the eyes he can't see anymore, can't see good. And that's something that has a refuah. Arubisa damani, however, if someone's clothing are dirty because it doesn't wash them, Masili de shamomisa, that brings a person to shamomisa is like hallucinating, which does not have a refuah. So Arubisa de gufa, and Arabisa de Gufa, Shmuel continues on and says, Arabisa de Gufa, if somebody has zaya and dirt all over his guf because he doesn't wash his body, Masil de Shichni v'chevi, it brings on a person wounds that hurt, which have pain, which have refuah. But what do you see, Al Kapanim? You see that holding back from washing clothing, which is arbubisa de money. That was the middle case in the Gemara that Shmuel said. Not washing clothes, he said brings the deshamumisa, brings the person to the gom b'shugga, which is no refuah for. Masha ein kain, not washing clothing. Masha ein kain, not washing the body. that just brings a person to P'tzam, Shichni V'chevi, which also has a refuah. So you see clearly that not washing clothes is brings the Shigoin, which is no refuah, and that's why Rabbi Yossi held legabe washing clothes that it comes if the people from the first city have to wash their clothes, then it's considered the life, and that comes before the people from the second city drinking and surviving, practically speaking.